love and peace and happiness. I'm just trying to figure out where YouTube cut our last live so that I can know where to pick up this conversation with Spirit and you, right? Because we were in the move, in the groove. Y'all were in watching on the live, and then I saw the numbers falling off. And then I figured out that, oh, my other phone stopped talking. It stopped moving, it stopped spinning. What do you know? You let it go now. Gotta let the grown folks energy going on. So what is eternal is you take the experience, you understand what your emotions are teaching you, how they're guiding you, how they are information to be considered. We don't get mad at the thermostat for telling us the temperature in the house. We don't throw a fit about the clock telling us what time it is. I mean, you might throw a fit about what time it is, but you're not going to yell at the fucking clock. The clock just does what it does.
Maybe you will.
Well, the emotions, the more you can realize the emotions are doing the same thing. They are a guidance. They are giving you information.
Just like the clock and the thermostat.
When it feels crappy, that's like Siri saying, oh, make a U-turn at the nearest possible. Make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. You're going in the wrong direction. Turn around, right? When it feels like this is like Siri saying, continue straight ahead for however many more miles, right? So, this is what is eternal. And with the world card, it's like you use this emotional guidance system to level up. It does. You level up. The more you get the sense of what your emotional guidance system is explaining to you, the more you will level up by being in tune with that, by being aware of what your own body system is communicating to you. And then I hear Spirit say, yeah, this is where a lot of us fuck ourselves up real bad, you know, for a long time in most cases, because what is it? I can't fight this feeling. That's just it. You can't fight the feeling. You can't fight the feeling. The feeling is going to stay there. The feeling will stay there until you've addressed the issue. In other words, the message stays on.
The message stays on repeat until you receive it. Spirit gonna keep sending you the same message until you receive it. Yeah. Spirit gonna keep sending you the same message until you receive it. That's why we sit around, we say to ourselves, you know, I don't want to feel that again. And here comes that feeling again. So certain ones have a tendency to do a lot of very self-sabotaging and self-abusive things to try to overcome that recurring feeling, memory, thought, idea that feels like crap. But, you know, how many times does it have to repeat for you to say, hold on, I gotta do something different. I've been doing the same thing every time and it keeps turning out the same every time. What can I do different? So in these cards, it's showing you do different. And you know what? I'm going to make sure we on the live again because Lord of mercy, it sure was beneficial that I did that last time, wasn't it? Right? Because I was able to pick up the message before we got too far ahead. So let's see. Every time you have this feeling, you allow it to be your cause for a level up. Because you paid attention to the repetitive experience and you said, it's time to do something different today. I'm not going to try to have the same exact experience. I want this energy to shift. So what can I do differently here? You did that. And what happens as a result of that, what is eternal, is you always find the mastery in action. You become the master of your actions. You do things with wisdom, decision, deliberateness, intention. Yeah, absolutely. You understand that what is eternal is feelings are going to be there. As long as you're in a human experience, there's going to be feelings. But the feelings are a guidance system. They deliver information, just like any sort of informational gauge or piece of technology would deliver information. It's an information delivery system. The thing about emotions is it's a pure informational delivery system. It's not tainted. It's not tainted by, well, is it tainted or not? Well, kinda. Okay, so it's not tainted in that you are the pure receiver of the emotion. You are the radio that picks up and plays the emotion, right? The tainting comes in from our biases and our judgments that we have attained and acquired from these experiences, anywhere where we've tried to negate those feelings. Now, so you had a teacher that was really disrespectful when you were young, and so now you just look at all teachers like they're all the same. That's what I mean. It went by tainted, right? But hold on a second. Maybe there's something deeper to see in that. Okay, maybe there's something deeper to learn in that. I'm going to go to the next position before I go too deep down this rabbit hole. What's the theme on all time, space, and dimension right here? There's a theme. It's the 10 of Cups, which is I am surrounded by love and contentment. 10 of Cups is when there's so all your serotonin receptors of the brain are filled, baby. This is happiness. This is happiness enough for a whole family, for the whole community, for the whole crew, for the whole tribe. This is enough happiness to keep everybody's love alive, is what I heard. And that's the theme. I'm hearing that's the theme of your life. You go around like this glitter dust fairy of love. Even if you don't say nothing, even if you don't do nothing, you bring the energy. You know what I'm saying? You bring the energy of love to all the things in which you participate, to all the places where you show up, to everything that you do, every creation, every song, every taco, every sock you fold, every plate you serve, every piece of paper you type, you bring your love. It's like the love that you be infuses into everything that you do and touch. What do you know? It's amazing. So with that, what's the theme? Is the Fool. You can go anywhere. The Fool card is my I can go to any hood card. This is, I can converse with any type of people. Like, I can play all the roles. Like, we can speak college and intellectual, or we can get straight hood-Indonesian, okay? We could get straight ghetto-Indonesian on you if you want. But this is like, I can go anywhere. You're the journeyer. The theme is life is a journey. The theme is life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. The theme is I'm here for this. I'm here for it. Whatever. I can go anywhere. Anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, I can do better than you. Okay, I'll bring more love to a Page of Pentacles. The theme is, what can I learn here? What can I discern here? How will I allow this to affect my life? Okay, the theme is plenty of love for you and the others. You got all this magic. And it's like, one of the things I'm seeing is one of your personal themes is, what can I contribute? Like, let me say it clear. Slow it down a little bit, Spirit. And make it linear for the tribe, and say it clearly and simplistically, please. So you go about life, you find all these people that you interact with. There's the ones that you're closer to, the ones that feel like family, friends, your inner circle. And you think to yourself, what can I materialize for them? So I see in you this very much like, in your physical reality, it looks like I pray for them to receive what they need all the time, right? In your physical reality, it looks like, yes, I journal for my good and the good of all my loved ones, right? In the physical reality, it looks like, yeah, I imagine great things happening for me and for you too. Yay! Oh, okay. Let me see some more with that, Spirit. What else? Yeah, absolutely. I love the way you're all making your way back into the live. So glad you came back. You know, I don't cut off without saying goodbye. So if it cuts off like that, most of the time, there's been a rare one or two where it doesn't work out their way, but most of the time, I'm gonna come back to finish it off because I didn't cut myself off. And if I got cut off, trust and believe we overcome that too, okay? You know, with the theme. Think twice before you give a fuck. Everything does not need to be so fucking serious. So much stuff in this life is so lightweight. When you understand the only thing that matters, the only thing that lasts is you and your energy that you bring. You know, the way, So some stuff just doesn't matter. You know, like water off a duck's back. You just let it roll on down the river. Roll off into the lake. Ask yourself this. What if that thing that's bothering you, worrying you, haunting you didn't matter? If it didn't matter, would you be happier, kinder, more productive? If it didn't matter, would you sleep better? Would you let yourself enjoy an ice cream cone or whatever else your heart desires? If so, then don't give that fuck. If not giving a fuck means going against one of your core values, then go ahead, give that fuck. You're not supposed to never give a fuck. The point is to give them where it matters, to balance your fucks. If fucks were money, would you drop that much money here? Take care to spend your fucks wisely. Like I said, everything is not such a big fucking deal. A lot of stuff can just, it's like the person at the grocery store that bumps into your elbow and doesn't apologize. Like, we're not finna hold up our whole night about that. We're not going to hold anger and resentment and animosity and talk about that to the next 10 people we interact with. No, by Lord. Could you imagine? Can you imagine you say, oh, hi, how you doing today to a neighbor, right? Well, you know, last week there was this girl at the grocery store and she bumped me with her elbow and she didn't even say she's sorry. I think I might just turn and walk away and not say anything else to that person ever again on any other day. Because seriously, you're going to be mad for how long about what? I heard if your feet aren't standing there, you shouldn't be worrying too much about it. Long, dramatic pause. Yeah, think about that for a minute. If your feet aren't there, you shouldn't be worrying too much about it. Because, see, worrying is being too concerned about things that are not here yet, the future. Depression is being overly concerned about the shit that's already been happened in the past. Don't nobody want to feel those. And if we're looking at those from the emotional guidance system perspective, where we know we have a attunement to be in alignment with mind, body, soul, and be making these advances and catapulting, like our little hair over here is catapulting over, and that other Ace of Wands that came out of the other deck that says yes, yes to you. You say to yourself, yes, yes, because you can and you have and you do and you will and you be. There is a solution. There's always a solution. And so if you are having those kinds of negative experiences, I mean, how does that help you? You know, the emotional guidance said, if you feel like crap, well, then flush it because it's shit. And if it feels like bliss, do more of this. Follow your bliss. So let's go into our fourth position, which is saying what is being dismantled. Dismantled? Oh, Two of Cups. I cherish the bonsai form. Dismantled. Okay, love. 10 of Cups is being dismantled. Okay, and the Two of Wands is being dismantled. Now, this is interesting. Didn't expect that at all. Oh. Well, see, there's a situation here where somebody is at a distance from you. And I heard aloha oi when I looked at this card. I saw it and I heard it. Somebody is at a distance from you. That situation is complete. There's love there. There's love there. But it's complete. So this is letting me know, as you're now grabbing life by the balls, you're in your power, you're making some things happen. You actually have appreciation for a bunch of situations, because I don't feel like this is just one person. I feel like this is a different collective of people and experiences that have run. It's like they ran their time. They did their time. You did your time with them or with it or in it. It's complete. It ended with the 10 of Cups. It's like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, our time here is complete. It's time to move on to the next thing. It doesn't mean like, oh, I fucking hate you, get the fuck away from me. It's not like that. It's like, oh, well, we know this is like graduation day from high school, you know? It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Yeah, absolutely. The change is come. It's time. It's time. This has been in the making for a long time. The time is complete. A time has been complete. And that's what I keep getting on repeat, is the time has been complete. Show me some more. Why do we have this energy here, please? And thank you, with the 2 of Cups in the dismantled position. Oh, and one of the things I heard as soon as I saw that 2 of Cups was that, yeah, the idea of needing to be in a romantic relationship for a lot of you, that idea has changed a lot. Like, it was a much bigger deal to have that before. Now it's like, well, whether I have it, whether I don't, does it really matter? Because I'm awesome. My life is awesome. And, you know, I'm just running around here, like, grabbing life by the balls and, you know, thinking twice before giving any fucks. And so life is looking pretty nice around here. Absolutely. So let's see what else we have coming out with it. In the dismantled, your gut knows what's up. Trust that bitch. That's what the card says. Your gut wants to talk, and it always has your back. All you gotta do is listen up and not be a punk about whatever it's got to say. Even if you're fuzzy on the right thing to do, your gut usually knows what the wrong thing to do is. Maybe the right thing to do is anything but what you're tempted to do out of spite, fear, or impatience. Yeah, probably that. Like 99% usually is what it says. So, it's like your spirit knows, your gut knows that... No, because I heard the second time around, and then I heard, hell no. No more second chances, no second chances around, because you're busy right here grabbing life by the balls, making it your bitch, being confident and being in your power, making things happen, attracting some things, using your magic, okay, to create what? To create the unions and the comings together that are happening right now. So right now is not the time to get caught up in what was. So what's being dismantled is the past. The things that have run into their time limit, expired. Some stuff is outdated and expired. You know what I'm saying? It's like how I used to have it. It used to be really cool when I first got it. I had an iPhone 10. Yep. That shit was so outdated. I'm just saying, oh, outdated. Like, I still have the iPad 1. That shit is so outdated. It doesn't even get updates no more. Like, it's time to upgrade. Let me upgrade you. Upgrade you is the energy. So there's an upgrade energy here. Life is trying to upgrade you. Anything about going back, like all these ideas that you used to entertain about second chances and trying again. And, you know, we can have a clean slate. We can try, let's start over again. Baby, come back. Don't you know I need you? All those ideas, who is being dismantled right now? Because you're seeing some more perspective. You're seeing outward, upward, because they're saying out and up. They're showing me the end of the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie with the glass elevator, and you know you never really got to see what happened at the end in that movie. But he said, where are we going? He said, we're going out and up. Is that really what they said? Because there's no reason for me to know that. And those words might not be on the script. But that's the idea. In other words, you don't know where it goes from here. But what you know is we're not going back down to the bottom floor. We ain't digging in the archives down in the basement. So if it comes from the past, it's time to, yeah. Why are you even looking at it? I heard, why are you even looking at it? Why would you even look at it? Because you're making new things happen. You're in this new energy. Yes. You fresh. Okay? I heard, she's fresh. Exciting. She's so exciting to me. Yes. And this, what she's fresh, like, they talking about her, like, your new creation, your new way of being, your new lifestyle, your new mentality, your new sense of alignment. There's no frequency, there's no vibration, there's no love and peace and happiness. Yes, okay. In our fifth position, what is being constructed? The Eight of Swords, okay? And it says, I have the power to change my circumstances. What is being constructed? The Page of Pentacles, showing up with a to-do list. What is being constructed? The Eight of Wands, moving on up. That's what I heard. Okay. We have an alignment with the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. The thoughts that turn into actions. Actions tend to come from repetitive thoughts. Perfect example. Spirit wants me to relate about how it was about 2 to 3 years that I've been having this vision and this thought of me running. Like, just to be running. You know how people run for exercise? With me, it's not really a run. It's more like a jog, which is fine. I go at my pace. But that just started on the 12th. On the 12th of March. No, of February. Sorry, of February. 12th of March, we'll have 1 month doing that. And when I tell you 2 to 3 years prior, I will just have this vision of me doing that. So the thought eventually led to the action. Where one morning, all of a sudden, I got up and I ran. I ran my property. And I've been doing that every day since then. Easily, consistently. So understand that there's been a repetitive thought process. That repetitive thought process is going to turn into an action. This is why we need to be careful, yes, full of care about the ideas we allow to linger in our mind, about the perceptions of ourselves that we entertain, about the connections with the others that we allow ourselves to indulge in. Is it upbuilding? Is it progressive? Is it light? Is it elevated? Is it high vibrational? Like, that doesn't mean that everything you do, you have to be all up into your spiritual studies and shit. That's not what I'm saying. Like, I went to a dinner party tonight and we played some crazy ass game. Who's most likely? Who's most likely to? Most likely to, I think it was called. And it just talked about a whole bunch of asinine shit, but with family, and we sat around and we laughed and we teased each other. But everybody felt good. The vibration was high. The frequency was high. And we had drinks and we had food. And we listened to music. In other words, holding that vibration, holding that frequency, and those visualizations that come in your mind, that self-identity, those ideas that's been on you, and it's been on your to-do list. The longer you hold it in your mind, it's just building to hold it in your hand, or go do it with your body. Like the running example that I just gave, right? You do have the power to change your circumstances. And one of the ways that we try to jump the gun, Spirit's saying, we try to jump the gun so often by getting into the idea that, oh, just this morning I got a vision of me running. And so now we go try to run now, but we're forcing ourselves. We're making ourselves. And Spirit was just planting an idea. That idea had to grow, right? The idea had to grow. thank you. Thank you. They just cut me off. Yeah, tell them about Kevin Trudeau in that one video you saw. Okay, he talked about the Illuminati train their children that all physical accomplishments in the 3D reality are 98% thought and 2% action. But the 2% action must be inspired action. That's what this 8 of Swords with the Page of Pentacles in the middle and the 8 of Wands is talking about. This is your 98% thought. Visualize the win. Pro athletes do this all the time. You know, even school, I met a high school student. He's a wrestler. He was trained in that. This was just a few days ago. You know, there people in athletics see this and do this all the time. They're so well trained in it. Visualize the win and then go get it, right? The way this is coming through, though, is like Spirit gave you an idea. And so often you thought that means, I'm going to go do it right now, today. If I had started running the first day that I had the vision, I promise you it never turned out like it has now. There wouldn't have been no consistency. I might have did it 1 or 2 days or something like that. But the consistency came because it was inspired action. And that's the point. You want to go for the inspired action. Let the thought align. Let the energy align. Follow the inspired action. This is what's being constructed in you. Why is it relevant to the conversation where we're having so much dealing with this emotional guidance system, the emotional GPS? Because it's your emotional GPS that's going to give you the gotta take a dump urge. Remember earlier we were saying, give me the green light. Absolutely. The Spirit says, if you don't understand your emotional guidance system, you're not going to understand when we give you the green fucking light. Now, I see roadblocks, right? What are roadblocks? Roadblocks are, we gave you the idea and you think it's supposed to happen right now, but if you just hold on, hold your brakes for a minute, keep your panties on. Like, don't get started yet. It's not time yet. Sit with the energy. Build the energy of the idea that Spirit gave you, that your highest self gave you, that your future self transmitted to you. Hold the energy. Hold it. Hold it. Wait on it. Let the people wait on it. Don't even talk about it to the people. See, I wasn't running around telling everybody about running. And then all of a sudden I started running. But if you would learn to read your emotional guidance system, see, when you hit those roadblocks, your spirit feels, it feels all screwed up. Remember what we said, when it feels like crap, that's because of shit. Flush it. Okay. So you hit a roadblock. Now you're feeling anger, frustration, irritation. That's resistance. You're going the wrong way. When you feel that, you are not in alignment with your highest self. You are not in alignment with what your soul knows to be your truth. So when you get in anger and irritation about the roadblock coming up, your soul is saying, nah, baby, this roadblock is perfect. It's not time yet. Take your ass home. Go get into, something else that works. Go paint another picture. Go do another set of nails. Go make another cake. Go to work and have a good lunch with your coworkers. Go back to, I don't know, for somebody it was go back to church. But this is your soul saying it's not time yet. That's what the roadblocks are. Quick story. Years ago, when I had my lowrider, I needed major engine and transmission work done. I had a client. Client had been with me for 10 years. I can trust her. It's been 10 years, right? Yeah, no. Because her fiance needed a deposit to work on my car. I tried to cash app it. It didn't go through. I tried to Again, it didn't go through. I called the bank to make it go through. If I had known then what I know now, I would have saved myself a few $1,000s. But I didn't know then what I know now. Roadblock was a literal roadblock. Now, let me give you an example when I did listen. Years ago, 2010, I think it was, is the copyright date in my nail artistry book. Yeah. But that book was actually published in 2010, but it was actually written in like 2009. And when I went to upload it, one time it didn't upload, 2 times it didn't upload, 3 times it didn't upload. And you know what? It might have been written in 2008, 2009. I'm not sure anymore. Either way, what I do know is after the 3rd time it didn't upload, somehow at that point I had the sense to sit and wait. Sit and wait. So when I sat and waited, I came back to the book later. I was guided to pick it up. I read it, and boy, oh boy, the headspace it was written from was really just atrocious. So I got to rewrite it, and it uploaded the first time perfectly. So I'm saying all that to say, learn how to read the roadblocks. Okay? So let's see. With the what's being constructed on all time, space, and dimension. Sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reasons. I'm so glad we took all the time to share all of our experiences with you that Spirit told me to. I'm so glad that I now know how to listen when Spirit says, just say what the fuck we told you, because you're gonna be right, because it's in alignment with this card that I did not know what it said until right now when I picked it up. And how better to say all them long ass stories I just said, other than say, sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reasons. This is what's being constructed. So now in this understanding of our emotional guidance system is now the understanding of the roadblocks. The understanding that the idea is given to us ahead of time to plant the seed so it could grow, so we could get ourselves in alignment to, so anything that's in between us and the success in that can be dismantled, deconstructed, reworked, rethought, re-idealized, okay? So that we can have a full success and wait for that 2% action. 98% thought, 2% inspired action to wait for the universe to say, here's your green light, baby. Here's your green light. Green light means go, right? To give you that gotta take a dump urge where nothing is gonna stop you from hitting the head. You're going to go straight to the toilet as soon as you feel it. You're like, ooh, in the bathroom. I'll be back. I gotta go now. Ain't nothing going to stop you. That's what you're waiting for. If it doesn't feel like that, then fuck no. Don't do it now. You're ahead of the time. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of schedule, which means slow it down and feed the success of it energetically, mentally, emotionally. Know that you were given that vision for a reason. Yeah, and Spirit was going off on a little bit of a tangent here. I didn't even read the back of the dang card yet. But they said, yeah, because, you know, your kingdom, your success was not meant to be built in the kingdom that was being dismantled. Your success was meant to be built in the kingdom that is currently being constructed. We are at a epic change of human history right now. So a lot of you have been prepared in advance with an idea, a plan, a creation, a product, a service, a business, a book, a movement, an educational system or plan or whatever it is. I see some of you even got a church in you, and maybe I do too, because I look like a preacher up here today. I'm just saying. But the fact of the matter is, you were given this for a reason and for a time and a season. But the idea had to be implanted in you so that it could be grown, so it could be nurtured, so it could be watered for the perfect time for it to give its fruit, its harvest, okay? Let me see at the back of this card. You've been wanting life to get better, right? We often forget that in order for things to change, the status quo needs to get shaken up. And the stuff that no longer serves us needs to leave to make room for the good shit. We all love the phoenix rising from the ashes. But we forget the part where her nest is a bonfire and she's on fire and shit is scary as fuck. Remember, you want to be a phoenix? You gotta learn to love the fire. Sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reasons. Stop getting pissed off about what's happening and start talking with your spirit, with your highest self, with your future self, with your angels, ancestors, and guides, with the universe, with source. What vernacular do you speak? We know all these languages, and to us, it's all the same. But start getting with them and saying, hey, I understand that everything happens for a reason, so can you clue me about this season, this reason, the lesson, so I can catch my blessing? There's not a bad thing that's happening to you unless you decided it was so. Because Spirit never sent it that way, though. Spirit never sent it that way, though. Your higher self didn't order it that way, though. And trust and believe that your angels, ancestors, and guides, all that was involved in the ordering of exactly what's happening for you. Remember, that's all happening for you. But if it's a maybe, it's a if it's a hemming and hawing, if it's a back and forth, if it's a I don't know, maybe so, maybe not, then no! That is not a gotta take a dump urge. When the last time you had to take a shit and you stood there saying, well, maybe I gotta take a shit. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't know about you, but when I gotta go, I know, and I will take my ass and sit it down on that pot until the deal is done and sealed. And that's a gotta take a shit urge. That's a gotta take a dump urge. That's a get her done time. That's when the energy is aligned. That's when it's ripe and ready and it's go. Because remember, we were singing it. You told the universe, you told God, you told your highest self, future self, your spirit team, tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. Okay, well, when they didn't say go, then sit your ass down. If they didn't say go, we all need to remember to sit our beautiful derrieres just right there until we do get the go. In our sixth position, the scene past. Temperance. It says, I create harmony. What you can see of the past is making peace, transmuting energies, staying in tune with that earth angel energy, becoming the earth angel. The angels got wings, baby. How far do your wings reach when you stand there and you feel them? Whew. How far do your wings cover? Because the wings are being bestowed and you've seen it, okay? You've seen the value of patience. You've seen expansion, you've seen joy, you've seen celebration, you've seen it, you've seen pleasure in life, but you've seen improvements. You've seen alchemy. You've seen your magic. You've seen your magic at play and in work every day, okay, and how it works every day. Sagittarius energy. The scene past, what else do we have? The Seven of Pentacles, okay? I heard, love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Oh, it takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. So there's something about the value of time and wise investments, okay? Knowing what to nurture, water, grow, what to focus upon, what to invest your time, your resources, and your energy into is what you learn. You've also seen that if you keep investing long-term, eventually it's going to come around, because they're actually giving me the whole self-fulfilling prophecy that took 9 years to fulfill. Yeah, 9 years. When I moved into my old nail salon, one of my first clients that I got at that location informed me that they were going to be, you know, the city had always wanted to buy that property and tear it down because it caused a lot of traffic hazards. And so I started speaking it into existence. Yeah, one of these days the city of North Las Vegas will pay me to move out and they'll tear this whole property down and no one will ever use my polka dots or my stripes or my mirrors after me. I'll be the last one here. I moved in there in December of 2008. And the day before the quarantine was announced in March of 2021, the lawyer came to visit. The city of North Las Vegas is buying this property. We're going to pay you to move out. And before the quarantine was over, they had leveled that whole building. So what's in the scene past? In other words, some of these visions you've been given are gonna take a nice chunk of time to realize. Because when Spirit gives you the vision, the dream, the info of what you're becoming, of what you're creating, of what you're doing, they don't tack on 10 years to your experience or your appearance so that you can tell, oh, well, clearly I got at least 10 years to get her done, so I can just chill for now. No, they show you in the energy that you be, the way you see yourself whenever you receive the vision. Okay, so what is in the scene past? We have the Ace of Cups, the self-love energy. Absolutely. Nobody can give it to you. Nobody at all can give it to you. You got to take care of number one if anything else is going to get done. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. So you learned about divine timing. You learned about alchemizing. You learned the value of patience. You saw self-love. You saw the wisdom of wise investments for the long term. You saw that there's a lot to be said for delayed gratification. Absolutely. What else? Life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was motherfucking. That's what the card literally says. 2222. Make today fun by silently inserting motherfucking into the name of everyone you come into contact with. Ben motherfucking Franklin. Grandpa motherfucking Bob. That lady from accounting, she's now Carol motherfucking Cooper from accounting. Yo! Somehow this makes those financial spreadsheets seem more bearable, right? It's gonna be a great motherfucking day. It's so funny that they're saying, listen, so all it is whatever it is, find a way to make it fun while you're there because, honey, this is where you need to be right now. Yeah, they're showing me a reading that was purchased by one of our viewers many years ago who I doubt is watching this reading, who I doubt tunes into the channel anymore. However, this person was complaining about their work situation. They hated it. They were a cook at a restaurant. It was busy, it was tedious, and not stimulating. And so what we channel through is, you know, the body can be doing anything while the mind can be anywhere. You can create the ambiance of the fact that rather than standing at the griddle flipping burgers, you're on the beach in Waikiki, baby, drinking a mahi. What's a mahi? I don't know. Some kind of freaking crazy fruity drink with an umbrella in it, they said. Yeah. You can take your mind anywhere, regardless of where your body is. And that is the point of the motherfucking, okay? That is the point of the motherfucking. Make it fun while you're there, because this is where you need to be, or that's where you need to be, or that's where you need to be. But wherever you need to be, it's all working out in divine timing. Keep your vibes high, keep your energy high, keep your frequency high. When some bullshit comes up that dampens it, if it's real shit, look at it. What is your soul telling you? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. If you've been running and hiding from an emotion that keeps repeating, it's going to keep repeating until you catch the message. If it's repeating again, then what's the fucking message that I missed the last time? Because I'm really done with feeling this way. What the fuck do I got to do to transmute this right here, right now, today? That's what I would say anyway. And it's actually what has worked for me. So you can do what you want to, you see. All right, in our 7th position, the unseen unfolding. So something is unfolding in this situation and it's unseen by your physical eyes. And it looks like the 4 of Cups. I am open to new possibilities. Emotional stability as well. Emotional stability as well, okay? And new possibilities. Wow, there's so much possible in this universe. Even the word impossible is literally telling you I'm possible, because you can't spell it without I'm possible. So there's that. All things are possible. But that's what I know. What do you know? What are you feeding it? What's the thought that you're feeding that's going to turn into the action that you're taking? Are you feeding it I'm possible, or are you feeding it impossibility? I can't control what you got going on in your head, but I know what I'm going to do. Let me see. So, open to new possibilities. Let me see what else is in the unseen unfolding, baby. The King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that is our Lord of the material wealth. He is our material master of materialization. Notice I'm not using that word that y'all love to throw around called manifestation. Because see, a manifestation, look it up on Google it on your phone. If you got a dictionary and feel like flipping a page, I'm saying it's in there too. But look up manifestation. Look up what is a manifest. By the way, there's this whole series called Manifest. That was pretty cool. But a manifestation means to make it clear or obvious to the mind's eye. Clear or obvious to your mind. It's mental. So what we're saying is it was already manifest when it was a thought. Which is why our King of Pentacles, see, look, when it was a thought with the Page of Pentacles, it was just a thought. That's manifest. It's materialized or realized. Taste, touch, feel. When it's in this King of Pentacles energy, it's actually real. It's in your hand. It's in your bank account. It's in your house. It's in your bed. It's in your car. It's in your face. You can smell it, taste it, touch it, feel it. That's the energy. You're going to have a lot of possibility. Being a master of materialization. If you can learn to understand the dictation of your emotional GPS. Oh, and the Six of Cups. The return of pleasure. Soul connections. Soul connection. Harmonistic feeling. Feeling of harmony inside. I heard feeling like a kid again. That's what I heard. Feeling like a kid again. Feeling youthful, invigoration in your emotional body. Feeling joy. Feeling opportunity. Feeling like I can do anything. Yeah, and then now they're pointing out to me, and they're using specifically, now I can't remember so if you know, how old was Ella Fitzgerald when she started singing? There's a lot of people who are now world renowned for what they do, but they didn't start until they were way up in age and too old in somebody else's eyes. But they did that shit anyway. It's a whole bunch of them. As a matter of fact, you might know about somebody who's world renowned for something that they do and they didn't start until they were too old to be doing all that. See, what had happened was these people on earth got a funky ass idea that there's this thing called too old. And I tell you, I'm 47 years young. I'm about to be 48 years young, and honey, I'm going to be moving and grooving all my days. See, we don't have to buy the aging, the deterioration programming. We don't have to cast those spells. This shit could happen at any day, at any age, at any time, as long as I'm aligned. As long as I'm aligned. Mind, body, and spirit. Remember that 3 of Cups that we came out with in the first position. I told you, mind, body, and spirit in alignment. Your actions, your words, your feelings, your resources all being used to grab life by the balls and make it your bitch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Show me some more with the unseen unfolding. And it's this house. When I tell you this house is standing out so strongly. The house is standing out so strongly. It's a modern style house, my favorite type of architecture. But the house is standing out. So, you know, the house, there's something in that, in the unseen unfolding. And so you want to be a badass. Show your heart to everyone. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart doesn't mean you're soft all the time, or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. You know what's weak as fuck? Letting a fake ass life trying to please others. Living a fake ass life trying to please others. That's what's weak as fuck. So there'll be none of that around here. You're going to be a badass. You're going to show your heart to everyone. It doesn't mean you're going to be nobody's pushover, doormat, or none of that shit. And sometimes showing your heart to them is going to be in the form of tough love, baby. Tough love. This is why the tribe energy, a huge message that's been coming through consistently recently, is about using the motherfucking boundaries, learning to say no. Tell a bitch to get back. What the fuck do you think you're doing? You don't come around here acting like that type of shit. To run this, you got to be able to run this. If the universe, God, your highest self, your future self is stewarding you with all this opportunity, with all this wealth, with all this power, you must steward it responsibly, wisely. Not as a motherfucking punk ass pushover who gonna bend over for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Susie, Sally, Mary. Every little thug on the street, little gangster, little pimp gonna come and whoop that ass and take what you got. No! See, people got this fucked up ideas that angels are all about. La, 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 la. No. Angels are motherfucking warriors, baby. And the earth angels are too. The chosen ones do that too. You might not even like those terms. I don't even identify it by terms like that. But authenticity gonna do what it do. Authenticity gonna show up where we gotta show up with muscle as a form of love, or whether we gonna show up with hugs as the form of love, or words of encouragement, or gifts. See, we're versatile, baby. Remember when that Fool card came out? What's that? I can go to any hood. You can go to any hood. You can go to any kind of crew, party. You can hang out with all types. It don't matter their skin color. It doesn't matter their walk of life or their tax bracket. You can deal with them all. You can go to any hood and get her done. That's what it's all about right now. So, in our final position, let me take a peek at your victory path. The sun. I am full of hope. I am full of hope. There's something that I've talked a lot about in this channel, not this specific channeling, but over the years on the channel. Hope, belief, knowing. Hope is great. I'm glad you're full of hope, but I would, if I had authored this, it wouldn't read like that. I respect it though. I know where they were headed with this because, again, hope, belief, knowing. There's levels to this shit. See, hope is I hope, but I don't know. Maybe. It's being open to the possibility, which we did talk about because remember, impossible versus I'm possible. So if you're thinking it's impossible, hope is great. That's a great starting point. That's a great kickoff, right? Belief is, well, I believe it's happened because, you know, I heard it happen for so-and-so and such, but I don't know if that can happen for me. I don't know, but I believe it could. Okay. Knowing is, I know, and you can't tell me shit because I already know. It is what it is. It's done, it's already done. That's the difference. And what I'm loving about the victory path is the sun, baby. The sun. Pure positivity. Pure empowerment. Self-generating energy source. I don't give a fuck if you inside, outside. I'm gonna shine every time. 24 hours around the clock. I'm always shining no matter what you got, no matter what you see, no matter where you are, no matter who you be. I'm gonna shine because I'm the sun and I'm not asking for permission, son. And then the other thing that I'm loving about this is we were reading about the lantern fairy. And there's a solution. She talked about a wall. She talked about a brick wall. She talked about getting to the other side of the brick wall because there was actually an opening in it. She said when you get to the other side, make sure you dismantle some of it. Take some of them bricks down too. And what do we have? But this girl is chilling. She's surrounded by the sunflowers. And the sunflowers were in the position of where you're at now. You have one sunflower right here in your hand, baby. You finna be sitting in a field of sunflowers. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're about to make life your bitch. So hope, belief, knowing. How high are you with this? Do you know like you know, like you know? Like I done spoke it into existence so many fucking times that I know, like I know, like I know. So I just keep looking for the solution. I just keep looking for more opportunities. I just keep looking for how things are going my way. And you know what? When that roadblock fucking shows up, I know that's not the way for me to go. And I don't get mad about it. I say thank you, but no thank you. And I go the other way. And I'm not calling the bank to make sure I can give them my money. And I'm not going to force it and publish some bullshit that is written from a low consciousness or low vibration because I wasn't even ready yet. I'm going to take the path. I'm going to journey the journey. And I'm going to pick up all the tools that I need. This Ace of Wands is coming through again as a tool that you need. It's like the video games that you play. There's one tool you needed. There's another tool you needed. You got the tools that you need now. But, you know, it's like the video games that you play where, you know, you have to have certain tools in order to pass the levels, in order to level up in the game. You're not going to be able to defeat the monster at the end if you ain't got the tools. You need to get your tools. And specifically, they show me the Legend of Zelda. Every time I talk about this example, so for whatever reason, maybe it's because you're legendary, baby. What you're doing is legendary. Who you are is legendary. The way you're doing it, the way you're moving is legendary. Let me see some more on the victory path. The Eight of Wands, which matches the unseen unfolding energy from the other deck. Eight of Wands. Look at that. Another alignment of energy. Your victory path looks like the Eight of Wands. It looks like a full steam ahead. It looks like everything moving together. And it looks like the unicorn has lassoed all of the wands. Which means all the opportunities are in your hand and you are a magical, mythical being that's technically not supposed to exist. Because those are imaginary. That's a fantasy creature. Yeah, well, so are you. You know, they don't teach you in school that people can do this shit. So technically, we ain't supposed to exist, tribe. Ain't that some shit? Let's see some more on your victory path. The Four of Swords. Chill, baby. Just relax and let it flow. Yes. Self-service, self-care, peace. Easy. Easy. Thank you, universe, for showing me the easy solutions. Thank you, universe, for showing me the easiest path. Thank you, universe, for showing me the easiest victory. Thank you, universe, for showing me how easy it always has been, that I didn't even realize it was so easy to make it hard. But oh, I'm so tired of making it hard. I'm ready to make it easy. Thank you, universe, for showing me how easy it is. Thank you, future self, for showing me how easy it is. Thank you, angels, ancestors, God, God up above, Goddess. Angels, ancestors, and guides. Again, angels, ancestors, guides, your spiritual team. Thank you for showing me how easy it is when I just understand what my emotions are communicating to me. When I learn to read my life instead of just reading the fucking cards. Like, read my life. Understand what you are communicating to me. Thank you for helping me find ease in understanding the communication of my body and my life to me for my path of victory. Praise be. And how I've already won and I attract and grow that energy. Praise be. Okay, show me some more about your victory path. What do we have for the love and peace and happiness? Try it at this time. By divine design. If you ask the universe for signs, believe what shows up. Yeah. If you ask the universe for signs, believe what shows up. Seriously, don't go asking a tarot deck about that love you're pretty sure you should leave and then pull the leave their ass card and pretend like you don't know what it's saying. That, sweetheart, is a recipe for some cosmic ass kicking. The universe is loving as fuck, but it created the tough love game. If you ask for direction and don't listen, she's gonna rain signs on you till you do. Bonus sign. If you pulled this card asking if you should learn to twerk, you totally should. And I'm gonna add to that. And you should send me videos. Okay. No, but actually what was really coming through. Didn't we talk just a few minutes ago, we were talking about the tough love? That you show up with love all the time, and sometimes it's tough love is the perfect type of love, the perfect way to express the love. Yeah. And didn't we say like a bunch of times through this reading today about how the message is going to be on repeat until you get it? Right here where it talked about how she's going to rain down signs on you until you do. Because if you ask the universe for directions and don't listen, that's what they do. So I feel fulfilled. I feel complete even. I feel like we have done what we've meant to do here. So let's go into and pull you a final message from the Affirmators Oracle cards, which I also have. If they have any other Affirmators decks, boy, I would love to get those too, because I really enjoy the Affirmators Tarot and the Affirmators Oracle. But let's see, Spirit. What do you have as the most important message for this love and peace and happiness tribe? Let's see what we have. It's one. This is the one. This is the one. Impermanence. Life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that more will come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. And this, talking about this impermanence card, reminds me of, in the beginning portion of our channeling today, Spirit was talking about the emotions, that they should be like clouds. They should come and they should go. We shouldn't identify by them. We shouldn't claim them and make them ours. I am this feeling. No, you're not. You are not that feeling. You feel the feeling. The feeling shows up to give you some information, like the thermostat does give you information about the temperature. Yeah. It's there to give you information to be utilized by you in whichever fucking way you have free will to choose to do. It's so helpful when you understand it. And at the end of the day, when you trust the signs that you see, you can sit in peace, because you know that when it's time to go, oh, you're going to feel it. And there's not going to be no part of a forming of a of a no, of a maybe, of a I don't know. None of that. It's going to be a fuck yes right now. I'm already gone. Where you at? And you going to shine, baby. You going to shine. Shine on, crazy diamond. Absolutely, you're going to shine. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay? It's the energy. This is where you're headed. This is what you're being brought to. But remember, there's going to have to be some peace. Understanding that you don't have to let that emotion control you or rule you. And if it's been on repeat, then there's more to discover there. It's time to start using those empowering questions, doing some investigations. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I would love to help you get to the root of those situations. That information is below the video. And, you know, I'm going to work with you to help you get the answers. That's why I talk fast, so we could get all the information out. Either way, this is what I have for you at this time. Thank you for the growth on our channel. It is an indicator, sort of a thermostat of what's going on in human consciousness these days on our planet. So it's truly delightful to see that the consciousness is growing and spreading. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.